Hey, yo.
Yo. What's up, Bucketheads? Welcome back to another edition of Rust Bucket TV. My name's Jason, a.k.a. Bizzle. Sitting next to me, as always,
Jameson, or half of a nickel.
and we got a fun but shorter one for you this week. A special one, as you can tell from the title, one of our how-to series, how to utilize cover and the surroundings that the map provides around you.
On Canyon.
We're going to use Canyon for this week. So without much talking and further ado, Nickel, what do you say we get into this week's action?
Yeah, let's drop into some Shenzhen. 3,
What?
2, 1, Shabuzi. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
So we started this one, we started on a death match, but we try to talk, we try to show you what it would look like from a beacon aspect too. Spawn point a lot of times for beacon oriented matches is right there. Obviously you don't have the cover of that there in a beacon. So, phase shift or just, accepting the fact that you're going to eat a couple shots.
Or using an ability.
Right. So right here is where the beacon usually is. In this case, you don't have the walls there, but you have the rock in front of me and then the other rock off in the distance to cover with as well. So one of the principles that I try to show here is that it's fairly safe to assume most of the time, if you can't see the enemy can't see you. And if the enemy can't see you, then what?
You can get fired.
Well, they can't shoot you. But obviously, Nickel's got the special rockets on, so he can get over objects.
But you can't go through them.
Can't go through them. So that's one of the principles that I like to use. Keeping things in front of me, and that doesn't necessarily mean, like in this case with his rockets, that you're hugging the object. Here, as you see in the distance, I'm using part of the bridge to shield me from him as well.
Yeah, one of the biggest factors, that cover does not have to be in front of you.
No, not at all. It used the principle line of sight, if you think about it.
In fact, keeping the cover closer to your enemy is better for you because you'll be able to see them before they see you.
Exactly. So one of the things I like to do, like in Jameson's case here, I can actually force him to use that as cover from me, which can be beneficial as well. So, and in that route, now I'm using something way in front of me for cover. Here, trying to use the bridge for some extra shielding, and then drop down. You can actually use some of the thinnest points on the map for cover, surprisingly, like the base of the bridge here. Not very wide, but still provides decent coverage. They're using that shield that he's in front of for coverage.
And I was only firing with one weapon, sticking it out.
Now, obviously, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, this is just 1v1 right now. Right. In a multiplayer game, obviously you're going to have threats from other side, but you don't have to use this principle of just keeping cover in front of you. Like I said, once you advance and you get used to using things further in the obstacles.
It's a situation.
Exactly, that's what I was getting to. Once you get better at using objects further in the distance as effective means of cover, then you'll be able to, look to the sides, see what's there, like the column there to the off to the side of the map would be a good point of cover as well. And then obviously you've got teammates that are firing that provide cover too.
And another thing that you could really use to help is custom matches like this, which you can use to help strengthen your situational awareness.
Exactly. So
like,
see, landing behind
exactly
cover.
What we're doing here without the commentary.
Landing behind cover, right?
Yep. And sometimes with the Condor, although it seems like sometimes that you need to get the most out of your ability, sometimes you could just stop early. I do that sometimes. Like most of the time it's when I have no shields left is when I end my flight early and try to get it covered.
So and like I said, one of the reasons that we picked Canyon was because this is a common map that people say, oh, I have a brawler type hangar. This map really isn't set up for my hangar. I get that, and I get it to an extent, but there still are effective ways to see, like he was talking about earlier. I ended my my flight just a little earlier because Ravagers, they're known to be able to take out Condors mid-flight. So using that barrier in front of me to, to really give me some cover. But back to what I was saying, tactics like this, like using barriers in front of you as cover, can help your brawler hangers on maps like this, like your Scorpions, Techno Scorpions back to 350 on the ability. Using this principle, you can use it to creep and work your way towards an opponent.
And even with sniper hangers.
The one thing that I would have to say, and again, this goes out to, beginners or anyone whose hangers struggling to get through the majority of a match, try to consciously not be out in the open as much. Try to consciously not stand in place while you're playing. Even while you're engaged with another enemy, don't stand in place while you're firing at them. You'll notice Nickel and I, we do a lot of strafe movements, which are keeping your targets on the enemy that you're engaged with, but moving to one side or the other or moving around them. See, like right now, I'm strafing him. He's strafing me, keeping me, using cover. So he's actually doing what, we've been talking about right now. And he's got himself dug into a really good spot that I can't hit him from. My ability's gone, so it forced me to land in somewhat cover. Bad landing, and there we have it.
Teleturd.
So
I'm good with my Baglior.
Definitely carry this,
and
if you've got anything to add, any tips and tricks that you've picked up for Canyon, feel free to leave them in the comments. Anything else that you feel like you might need help with moving forward to help you achieve more success on the battlefield, leave that in the comments. We will definitely address those moving forward in some of our other tutorial videos. But until then, we appreciate you being here and being along with us on our journey.
If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or song and dance routines, you can also put those in the comments too.
Before we go, we do have one thing. Don't forget the code word. What's that going to be this week, Nickel?
Cover.
Bang. So put that in the Google form that will be pinned in the comments of this one. Nickel's also got 3 other favors to ask of you.
We would like you to like that, subscribe that, like, and bang, 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 so we don't miss out on another video of yours. Wait, other way around.
And definitely stay safe, stay healthy, stay up to date, but most important, stay rusty, my friends.
And we will see you on Canyon.
Maybe not. Maybe they'll be taking cover.
Maybe, that's true. We'll see you on Shenzhen.